the ice reveals its secrets daily. Alina Vasquez had been staring at the same computer screen for 3 hours straight, her coffee growing cold as the numbers refused to make sense. The seismic readings from Station Alpha 7 in northern Greenland showed something that shouldn't exist. Deep beneath the ice, something massive was reflecting their ground-penetrating radar in ways that defied explanation. Alina rubbed her tired eyes and leaned back in her chair. At 38, she had spent 15 years studying Arctic ice formations, but nothing in her experience prepared her for what she was seeing. The object buried beneath 200 feet of ice was perfectly symmetrical, approximately 300 feet long, and made of materials that didn't match any known geological formations. "This can't be right," she muttered, running the scan. For the 4th time, the results were identical. Whatever lay beneath the ice had been there for at least 50 years, based on the ice layer analysis. But the shape, the density, readings, the electromagnetic signatures, they all pointed to something that didn't belong on Earth. Alina picked up her satellite phone and dialed a number she hadn't used in 2 years. After 5 rings, a familiar voice answered. Dr. Marcus Chen speaking. "Marcus, it's Alina Vasquez from the Greenland Research Station. I need you to look at something that's going to sound impossible." Marcus Chen was in his Denver laboratory, analyzing rock samples from his latest expedition, when Alina's call changed everything. A geological expert with 20 years of experience in unusual formations, Marcus had worked with Alina on 3 previous Arctic expeditions. He trusted her judgment completely. "Send me the data," Marcus said, already moving toward his computer. "But Alina, you sound worried. What exactly are we dealing with? Something that doesn't belong there. Something that might not be from here at all." The files Alina transmitted made Marcus sit down heavily. The scan images showed a craft-like structure with smooth, curved surfaces and what appeared to be propulsion outlets at the rear. The material density suggested advanced metallurgy, beyond current human technology. "Alina, have you reported this to anyone else?" "Not yet. I wanted your opinion first." "Marcus, what if this is what I think it is? Then we need to assemble a team immediately, and we need to keep this quiet until we know what we're dealing with." Within 72 hours, Marcus had contacted 2 other specialists he trusted completely. Sarah Thompson was a mechanical engineer who specialized in reverse engineering unknown technologies. At 35, she had worked on classified military projects and had security clearance high enough to handle sensitive discoveries. Her analytical mind and steady nerves made her perfect for whatever they might find. Captain Jake Morrison was their insurance policy, a former Air Force officer with experience in extraterrestrial threat assessment. Jake had spent 5 years investigating UFO sightings for the military. Though most cases turned out to be weather phenomena or experimental aircraft, Jake's protocols for handling unknown technology were exactly what the team needed. The 4-person expedition team arrived at Alina's research station on a Tuesday morning when the temperature was negative 42 degrees Fahrenheit. The Arctic wind howled across the ice fields, creating an environment so hostile that survival required constant vigilance. "Welcome to the edge of the world," Alina said as they unloaded equipment from the transport helicopter. "The object is approximately 2 miles from here. We've set up a drilling station directly above the anomaly." Sarah examined the preliminary readings while Jake established security protocols. The electromagnetic signatures were unlike anything in their databases. The metallic composition suggested alloys that didn't match any known elements, and the structural integrity appeared perfect despite decades buried in shifting ice. The preservation is remarkable, Sarah observed, studying the scan images. Whatever this is made of, it's incredibly durable. Ice pressure that would crush steel hasn't even dented this thing. Jake reviewed the site perimeter with military precision. We need to assume this could be active technology. Even if it's been dormant for 50 years, we don't know what kind of systems it might have. I'm establishing a safe zone perimeter and communication protocols. The excavation began at dawn the next day. Using thermal boring equipment, they melted through layers of ice that had accumulated since the 1970s. Each foot revealed more of the object's surface. Confirming their initial assessment, this was definitely artificial, definitely advanced, and definitely not human in origin. Alina monitored the digging process while Marcus analyzed ice samples for dating purposes. The layers told a story of gradual burial, suggesting the object had crashed or landed sometime in 1974, then been slowly covered by decades of snowfall and ice formation. The impact pattern suggests a controlled descent rather than a crash, Marcus reported. Whatever this is, it didn't fall from the sky accidentally. It landed here intentionally. As the excavation deepened, more details became visible. The craft's surface was seamlessly smooth, without visible joints or construction marks. Strange symbols were etched along what appeared to be the side panels, resembling no known human language or writing system. Sarah photographed every detail, her engineering mind cataloging the implications. The construction techniques are beyond our current capabilities. This isn't welded or bolted together. It's like the entire structure was formed as a single piece. By the third day, they had exposed approximately 60 feet of the craft's length. The front section appeared to be some kind of command area with transparent panels that might have been windows. The rear section showed what looked like engine housings, though no exhaust or propulsion system was visible, Jake maintained. Constant radio contact with their support base. REP, ORT, progress while keeping the true nature of their discovery classified. His military training told him they were dealing with something that could change human understanding of the universe. We need to be prepared for anything, Jake warned the team during their evening briefing. If this is extraterrestrial technology, we could be looking at systems far more advanced than anything we understand. We proceed carefully, document everything, and avoid activating anything until we know what we're dealing with. Alina felt a mixture of excitement and terror as she realized the magnitude of their discovery. Her entire career had been dedicated to understanding Earth's natural processes. But this was something that challenged every assumption about humanity's place in the universe. On the fourth day, something changed. As they cleared ice from around what appeared to be an entry hatch, their electromagnetic detection equipment began registering unusual activity. The readings were subtle at first, tiny fluctuations in the local magnetic field, slight temperature variations near the craft's surface. "Are you seeing this?" Sarah asked, checking her instruments. "The object is generating some kind of low-level energy field. It's almost like it's waking up." Marcus confirmed the readings with his geological sensors. The electromagnetic activity is increasing. Whatever power source this thing uses, our excavation process seems to be triggering some kind of response. Jake immediately implemented security protocols, moving the team to a safe distance while maintaining observation. "We need to assume this technology could be dangerous. Everyone stays behind the safety perimeter until we understand what's happening." As evening approached, the energy readings stabilized at a level significantly higher than background Arctic measurements. The craft wasn't showing any visible changes. but their instruments detected organized electromagnetic patterns that resembled communication signals. "It's like it's trying to talk," Alina whispered, watching the data streams on her computer. "The patterns are too regular to be random. There's definitely intelligence behind this." That night, as the team maintained watch from their heated shelter, something extraordinary happened. The craft began to emit a low, harmonic humming sound that penetrated the ice and reverberated across the Arctic landscape. The sound was unlike anything natural, a deep, musical tone that seemed to carry meaning beyond mere noise. Jake grabbed his radio. "Base station, this is Arctic Team 7. We have a situation requiring immediate consultation with higher authorities. The object is active. Repeat, the object is showing signs of intelligent activity." Alina stared at the buried spacecraft, her scientific mind reeling with possibilities. After 50 years buried in Arctic ice, something had awakened the alien technology. Tomorrow, they would attempt to make contact with whatever intelligence lay sleeping beneath the frozen surface. The humming continued through the night, a sound that seemed to call across the vastness of space and time, suggesting that humanity was about to discover they were not alone in the universe. Asterisk. First contact protocol. The humming sound continued for exactly 12 hours, then stopped as suddenly as it had begun. The silence that followed felt even more ominous than the mysterious tone. Dr. Alina Vasquez hadn't slept, spending the night monitoring the electromagnetic readings that showed increasingly complex patterns emanating from the buried craft. The signal patterns changed 17 times during the night, Alina reported to her team over breakfast. Each change lasted approximately 42 minutes, which suggests some kind of systematic scanning or communication attempt. Captain Jake Morrison reviewed his security protocols, while Sarah Thompson analyzed the engineering implications of what they had observed. Dr. Marcus Chen studied soil samples that had been collected near the craft, looking for any chemical changes that might indicate hazardous emissions. "The good news is that we're detecting no harmful radiation or toxic substances," Marcus announced. "Whatever this technology uses for power, it appears to be clean energy. The bad news is that we still have no idea what we're dealing with." Jake established a command post 50 yards from the excavation site, equipped with communication gear that could reach military headquarters within minutes. His protocols required immediate notification if they encountered active extraterrestrial technology, but he wanted more information before triggering a response that might bring unwanted government intervention. "We proceed with scientific caution," Jake decided. "Document everything, but we keep this contained until we understand the situation better." "Alina, what's your assessment of the craft's structural integrity?" Alina consulted her latest scans. "The excavation has revealed approximately 80% of the total structure. There's definitely an entry mechanism on the upper section, what looks like a hatch or door system. The question is whether we should attempt to open it." Sarah examined the photographs of the entry area, her engineering experience analyzing the visible mechanisms. "The door system appears to be pressure sealed and possibly automated. I can see what might be activation panels or controls, but the symbols are completely unfamiliar." As they discussed their options, the electromagnetic readings suddenly spiked. The craft's energy output increased dramatically. New signal patterns began broadcasting on multiple frequencies simultaneously. "It's responding to our presence," Alina realized. "The closer we get, the more active it becomes. It's like it recognizes that we're here." Marcus suggested a controlled approach. "We establish communication protocols before attempting physical contact. If this is intelligent technology, we should try to demonstrate peaceful intentions. Jake agreed, implementing first contact procedures he had studied but never expected to use. We use mathematics as a universal language, simple sequences that demonstrate intelligence and peaceful intent. Alina, can you modify your transmission equipment to send basic mathematical patterns toward the craft? Alina quickly reconfigured her radio equipment to broadcast simple numerical sequences, prime numbers, Fibonacci sequences, and basic geometric relationships. Within minutes, the craft responded with identical patterns, then began transmitting more complex mathematical concepts that demonstrated advanced understanding. It's definitely intelligent, Sarah confirmed, analyzing the response patterns. Whatever's in there understands mathematics at a level that suggests highly developed scientific knowledge. The communication exchange continued for 2 hours, with both sides sharing increasingly sophisticated mathematical and scientific concepts. The alien intelligence demonstrated knowledge of physics, chemistry, and astronomy that exceeded human understanding in several areas. Then something unexpected happened. The craft's entry hatch began to open. Jake immediately moved the team to maximum safe distance while maintaining observation through telescopic equipment. The hatch opened smoothly and silently, revealing a soft blue light emanating from within. The craft's interior, no movement, no visible occupants, Jake reported through his binoculars. The interior lighting suggests active life support systems. Whatever's in there might still be alive. Alina felt her heart racing as she realized they were witnessing humanity's first confirmed contact with extraterrestrial intelligence. Every scientific protocol she had ever learned seemed inadequate for this moment. A figure appeared in the HATCHWAY. The being was humanoid in basic structure, but clearly not human. Approximately 7 feet tall, with elongated limbs and a larger cranium. The alien moved with graceful precision as it stepped onto the ice surface. Its skin appeared pale blue-white, and its large eyes reflected the Arctic sunlight with an intelligence that was unmistakably aware and calculating. First contact protocol is now in effect, Jake announced over his radio, his military training taking control despite the unprecedented situation. We have visual confirmation of extraterrestrial life. Repeat, we have confirmed alien contact. The alien being stood motionless for several minutes, apparently studying the human team from a distance. Then it raised one elongated hand in what could only be interpreted as a greeting gesture. Alina stepped forward, ignoring Jake's protests. Science had always required courage, and this moment demanded someone willing to represent humanity with curiosity rather than fear. "I'm Dr. Alina Vasquez," she said clearly. Knowing the alien probably couldn't understand English, but hoping her tone would communicate peaceful intentions. "We're scientists from Earth. We mean no harm." What happened next changed everything they thought they knew about extraterrestrial contact. The alien's voice appeared directly in Elena's mind, as clear as if someone were speaking next to her ear. "Dr. Vasquez, we have been monitoring your species for 7 decades. We understand your languages, your science, and your potential. My name translates approximately to Keeper of the Watch. We have been waiting for humans to develop sufficient technology to discover us." Alina nearly fell backward in shock. The telepathic communication was unmistakable. The alien was speaking directly to her thoughts. "You can read minds?" Alina asked aloud, then felt foolish for speaking when the alien was communicating telepathically. "We can share thoughts with willing participants. Your mind is remarkably similar to ours in basic structure, which suggests common origins or parallel evolution. We mean no harm to your species." The other team members watched in amazement as Alina appeared to be having a conversation with the alien being, though they could only hear her side of the exchange. "What are you doing here?" Alina asked. "Why did you come to Earth?" The alien's mental voice carried what seemed like ancient sadness. "We are guardians, Dr. Vasquez. Our species has traveled between stars for millennia, protecting younger civilizations from cosmic threats they are not yet equipped to handle. Earth has been under our protection for the past 74 years. Mind reeled with the implications. Protection from what? There are predatory species in the galaxy that consume the resources of developing worlds. Your planet's unique biology and your species' rapid technological advancement made Earth a target approximately 1 century ago. We have been intercepting and redirecting these threats away from your solar system." The alien gestured toward the craft. "This is one of 17 monitoring stations we have established in your polar regions. We chose locations where your species rarely ventures, allowing us to maintain surveillance while avoiding premature contact." "Why reveal yourselves now?" Alina asked, her scientific mind struggling to process the magnitude of this revelation. "Because your species has reached a critical development threshold. Your technology is advancing rapidly enough that you will soon detect our presence, regardless of our concealment efforts. Additionally, the cosmic threats we have been protecting you from are becoming more sophisticated. We believe the time has come for cooperation rather than hidden guardianship." Sarah, Marcus, and Jake watched as Elena's expression changed from shock to wonder to concern. Whatever she was learning was clearly monumental. The alien continued its telepathic communication. "We require human assistance in maintaining the protective network around your planet. Your species' creativity and adaptability could enhance our defensive capabilities significantly. We propose a partnership." Alina looked back at her team, then at the alien being who had just offered humanity its first interstellar alliance. "What would this partnership involve?" she asked. "Selected humans would be trained in our technology and join us in monitoring cosmic threats. In exchange, we would share knowledge that could advance your species' scientific development by centuries. Your people would learn that they are part of a larger galactic community with responsibilities as well as opportunities." The alien gestured toward the Arctic landscape. "This location would become a joint facility where humans and our species work together. Other sites around your planet would be revealed gradually as your species adapts to the reality of extraterrestrial contact." Alina realized she was being offered the opportunity to represent humanity in the most important negotiation in human history. Everything she had studied, every discovery she had made, had led to this moment when one species offered friendship to another across the vast distances of space. "I'll need to discuss this with our governments and scientific communities," Alina said. "This decision affects all of humanity." The alien's mental voice carried what seemed like amusement. "Dr. Vasquez, we have been monitoring your communications. Your governments have been expecting this contact for decades. The decision has already been made at levels far above your current security clearance. We chose to reveal ourselves to scientists rather than politicians because we believe understanding must precede policy." As the conversation continued, Alina realized that humanity was about to join a galactic community they never knew existed, with protectors who had been watching over Earth since before she was born. The Arctic discovery had revealed not just alien technology, but humanity's destiny among the stars. The alien being smiled, an expression remarkably similar to human expressions of friendship, and extended its hand toward Alina in a gesture of partnership that would change the course of human history forever. Asterisk.